Hello, Dungeon Dudes, and welcome back to another episode of Encounter of the Week. This week, I was once again inspired by the series Jujutsu Kaisen to make another character based off of that series into a Dungeons & Dragons stat block. Now, I was planning on doing Sukuna, however, I thought that maybe I should save Sukuna for another date, and instead focus on a character that's not nearly as powerful, so that you can have another stat block that you can run against a little bit of an earlier level party. You know, I've been doing a lot of CR 20s and above, and I thought that maybe I should take a step back from that. Now, Toji is, of course, not too far off from that, kind of standard. However, he still is not that kind of level of strength. So, once again, I've already said his name, but ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Toji Fushiguro. First up, of course, we have his name, which is Toji Fushiguro. I made him a medium humanoid, as obviously being a human, he is just simply normal medium height, with him being humanoid as in describing his human nature, and I gave him the alignment of neutral evil. Toji is a person who will do whatever he can without going way too overboard, seeing as he is both a bounty hunter and a conniving assassin. Because of this, I thought neutral evil would just make sense. Moving on to Toji's armor class, I gave him an armor class of 22 based off of his dexterity stat on top of some other factors. I gave him 234 hit points based off of an 18d12 plus 108, and gave him a speed of 40 feet as he is quite nimble and quick despite not actually technically having any cursed energy. Moving on to Toji's statistics, I gave him a 22 in strength for his immense strength, of course, due to his heavenly restriction, and once again due to his heavenly restriction, I gave him a 22 in dexterity and 22 in constitution for his ability to dodge, move around, and of course, take hits relatively well, despite not having reverse curse technique. I gave him an 18 in intelligence because he seems quite conniving in the way he operates, sending multiple weaker enemies after Gojo to basically make Gojo feel invincible before sneaking him and catching him off guard. I gave him a 16 in wisdom as he seems quite perceptive and very much able to hunt and track down, being a bounty hunter, and I gave him a 10 charisma because, in all honesty, Toji's a jerk. He's not a nice person, and no one really likes him all that much within his own verse. Moving on to his saving throws, I gave him proficiency in strength, dexterity, and constitution saving throws due to his heavenly restriction. I gave him proficiency in history and investigation, and expertise in athletics, perception, stealth, and survival. I gave him resistance to bludgeoning, slashing, and piercing damage due to his heavenly restriction, giving him a tougher body. I gave him a blind sight of 10 feet and a passive perception of 23. I gave him common, thieves' cant, and undercommon for his languages, a challenge rating of 18 with a proficiency bonus of +6 to go right along with that challenge rating. Next, moving on to Toji's abilities, and oh boy does he have a lot of them. I decided to go both into the assassin rogue part of his character on top of the abilities he has in the show. We are first starting with heavenly restriction, which basically means that Toji cannot be targeted by any magic, spell, or otherwise, which means things like magic missile, banishment, and other spells like that just can't affect him as they physically cannot target him as he has no natural magic to lock onto. I also gave him magic resistance to give him advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects, so breath weapons and fireballs he'll be decent against, especially with his next ability, Heavenly Evasion, which says if Toji would make a strength, dexterity, or constitution saving throw, he takes no damage instead of half on a success, taking only half damage on a failure, which is basically like evasion, but better because it also applies to strength and constitution saving throws. I also gave Toji Assassinate, which means that Toji has advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken a turn yet in combat. On top of that, if Toji hits a creature that is surprised, he critically hits them. I also gave Toji Sneak Attack, which says once per turn, if Toji has advantage on an attack roll, he can deal an extra 96 damage of the associated type. I gave Toji his Arsenal Arm as an ability, which says Toji has a cursed spirit on his shoulder that holds his different equipment. Toji chooses one weapon to wield at a time. And finally, I decided that it would make sense for Toji to have something along the lines of Action Surge, so I just gave him Action Surge. Once per short rest, Toji can immediately take an additional action on his turn. Moving on to Toji's actions, I gave him a multi-attack, which says Toji can make up to 3 attacks per turn, using any of the 3 weapons I decided to give Toji. I first gave him the Inverted Spear of Heaven, which is a melee weapon attack with a plus 15 to hit, a reach of 5 feet, and a target of 1. It does 15 or 1d10 plus 9 piercing damage on a hit, and when rolling to hit with this weapon, bypass any magic protecting the target creatures, spells, resistances, immunities, etc. This means that it can bypass things like magical bonuses on magical armor on top of the shield spell. I also gave him the Split Soul Katana, which is a melee weapon attack with a plus 15 to hit, a reach of 5 feet, targeting 1 creature, with dealing 20 or 2d12 plus 6 slashing damage, and 15 or 3d8 radiant damage on a hit. And if a creature is hit by this attack, they must make a DC 20 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. I finally gave him his classic handgun, which is a ranged weapon attack with a plus 12 to hit, a range of 150, and a long range of 600 feet, 1 target, and it does 1d6 or 1d10 plus 6 piercing damage on a hit, plus 10 or 2d8 slashing damage on a hit from the hollow pointness of his rounds, and this weapon also always critically hits NPCs, which I thought was funny because he only ever really uses the handgun against Riko Amanai and instantly kills her. Spoilers for JJK Season 2. Yeah. Anyways, he also has an action that allows him to switch weapon, which means Toji switches his main hand weapon for a different weapon to use in combat, because remember, from the Arsenal Worm, he can only wield one of his weapons at a time. I also gave Toji a couple of bonus actions, as rogues are typically really good about using their bonus actions. I gave him Heavenly Steady Aim, which says as a bonus action, Toji gives himself advantage on his next attack roll on the current turn, which is just a better version of Tasha's optional Steady Aim feature, just like how I gave Toji Heavenly Evasion instead of just normal evasion. I also gave Toji Cunning Action, which says Toji can dash, disengage, or hide as a bonus action. Finally, I gave Toji a single reaction in Heavenly Uncanny Dodge, which says that when an attacker that Toji can see hits him with an attack, he can use his reaction to negate the attack's damage against him, which is, as once again, a better version of the normal rogue Uncanny Dodge feature. Next, we move into our 3 encounter ideas. And the first encounter idea I had is the most prominent I think that most people would use Toji for, and that is to be a looming threat over the party. Perhaps your entire party has a bounty on their heads, or maybe just one member has a bounty on their heads, and Toji has been sent after them. However, they don't exactly know that it's Toji himself, as they keep getting attacked by bandits or other weaker criminals to whittle them down, burn their spell slots, even give them levels of exhaustion before Toji eventually shows up to fight them. Toji should never really fight your party at full power. He should attack your party after they've been through a long fight. He is incredibly smart and conniving and would never just show up to fight your party unless perhaps he was fighting a one-on-one against a weaker member of the party. But even then, Toji isn't the kind of person to underestimate even the weakest of commoners. Because of this, I don't believe that Toji would ever actually attack someone without having them being whittled down first from hiring things like mercenaries and bandits to go after the party so that he eventually can reap his reward. For the Encounter 2 idea, I thought that maybe you could do something along the lines of what happens in Jujutsu Kaisen canon. Maybe your party isn't the one that Toji's after, but rather your party is protecting the person that Toji is after. Maybe your party knows, maybe your party doesn't. It's up to you. And honestly, I think that'd be a really cool idea to go through the fact of your party coping with this overwhelming and looming threat over their heads this entire time, and either not knowing why or knowing why and just being forced to deal with it. The final idea I had for Toji in an encounter-based scenario was maybe he works alongside your big bad evil guy as some sort of assassin that goes out and periodically kills that big bad evil guy's enemies, or maybe it's not your entire big bad evil guy of the campaign, maybe just a villain in the arc you're currently in, and he's helping out that villain achieve their goals because he's getting paid a crap ton of gold. Honestly, Toji is the type of person to do most jobs, even a bodyguard job, just for the right amount of gold. And that is the end of today's Encounter of the Week. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that you will like and subscribe, because I really do appreciate it, and it costs nothing off of your back personally. Other than that, as always, the stat block will be posted in the description below, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and have a wonderful week.